Let's mute everybody. All right, everybody, welcome to Diamond Zone. It is Monday, July 3rd, so happy 4th of July weekend for everybody. I trust everybody had a great weekend, and obviously we have 2 more days, but today is the last day of the pay cycle. So I know a lot of people have things in their funnel. You want to pull those people through your funnel today, get as much volume in as possible, because now as you add more people, guys, you got to understand you're adding more people, which is structure to your company. And so the next pay cycle, now you have more people, okay, obviously adding and structuring their companies, and that's how you become a diamond. We're going to talk about that today. But get those people into the system today. And we just got back from the President's Weekend. It was over the top, as every President's event is. And you've heard me say it a lot. Since January, we've been to Dubai, Thailand, Vegas, Beverly Hills, and now we're going to be going to Italy in September. So you want to be a president, guys, but to get to president, obviously, you got to get to team developer. To get to team developer, you got to get to team builder. And then, of course, president. Once you hit president, you have the structure necessary to climb any rank. So diamond is the structure you have to have built to get to any other level in this company. And so you got to make sure you understand that, because this weekend was over the top. I think they tripled the amount of presidents in the company. I mean, you have people flying in from all over the world for 2 days. And it really was just about awarding the cars. And I know a lot of people saw stuff online. Ramasio got his car, Chad and Natita, Nat and Chanita got their cars. I mean, they gave away $750,000 just worth of cars. Taxes paid, out the door, here's your keys. But aside from that, it was just what this company does. I mean, it really treats their people like royalty. I mean, when you go to these events, I mean, all the meals are taken care of, the rooms are taken care of course, and the cocktail parties are over the top. So it really is living the lifestyle. And, there was some things that came out of the President's Weekend, which I'll touch on very briefly, but nothing earth-shattering. I think they're saving a lot of this for the international conference in Las Vegas in October. So let me go through some of the stuff, though, before we get started here. Let me put up, let's just keep this up right now. So first thing first was they were touching on a little bit about different packages that we're going to have. And I'm going to show you a screenshot. Everything this company is doing, guys, is because of compliance. And I will tell you, with Taylor Worry being hired by this company, it's a lot of things have happened in a very short period of time. As you know, a lot of us, when we first got started, because some of you were involved in the beginning stages when there was no customer service, right? Then all of a sudden they opened up the first customer service center in Salt Lake City. It was open, but yet it wasn't staffed. So now they're taking the next step, right? And now the call waiting time has dramatically dropped. They've hired more people, right? They're going to shorten the hours, where before it was 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now they're going to go from 8 to 5, but double the amount of people answering the calls. So the bottom line is, then we had the shipping issues, as we all know. Those are almost 100% taken care of now. And so there's a lot of things, as we all said, as you build this foundation of this company, right? We're the pioneers. We've persevered through a lot. But I will tell you, with the hire of Taylor Worry There's going to be a lot of things that we're all going to be very excited about. There's going to be a compliance training on a weekly basis. They're going to be putting together worldwide weekly recognition on calls. Taylor Worry is going to start a corporate announcement every week, and all this will be released to the field. But the one thing that we had stressed at our last president's meeting was communication with the field. It's not whether or not customer service isn't what it's supposed to be, or shipping, it's the communication with people. And I will tell you, he's probably the best guy for the job, but they have optimized the customer service department. They've optimized the number of people that they have hired. They have a lot more people that they're touching base with on a daily basis, inbound and outbound calls. So they showed those statistics. While you're gone to Dubai, every time I logged in. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, so anyway, that kind of stuff is very exciting for all of us. Now, what they announced was the new Lifestyle Index app is out. If you go to your Google Play Store, okay, just note, it's really now only for the Android, right?
Right now.
Yeah, it's only for the Android right now. The Lifestyle Index app. Okay, so iOS is coming soon. So please make sure you download it. It's free for 30 days, but it will be the first app that we are able to participate in the compensation plan. In other words, if people decide to download it after 30 days, they will pay $10, and that's going to live in the compensation plan. So I promise you, we will all remember the first app that was introduced into the App Store, right? You know how I always make fun, bring, every time someone downloads an app, okay? Well, this is the first one. So make sure you all go out there, download that app. It's free for 30 days, but after the 30 days, obviously, we all want to download the app so everybody gets paid, right? And then they start talking about different apps that will be introduced. They haven't said which ones or what. You know, I know everybody's waiting. Is the blood glucose going to be an app? We don't know. Okay, all I know is this. They have new designs of new helos that are coming. So there's a lot of moving parts, but they kept us in the dark when it came to that. But that was very exciting to see the first initial app being introduced into the Play Store. Okay, so along with that, let me go through now the different packages that we will be introducing into the back office. Okay, cancel. Where's my screenshot? There it is. Okay. And I don't know if you guys could see this. I don't know if I can make it bigger. Can I? No. Well, let me tell you what's happening. Okay, so here's what's happening, guys. Compliance is a big deal with our company. And we want to make sure we always talk about it. This is a legacy company, of course. And that's why there's going to be a compliance training. So we want to make sure everybody has an equal opportunity. Because the profile pic is you. What does that mean? Can you guys see my screen? Guys, go to your chat. Tell me if you could see it. Yes, okay. People just, I don't know when people just say stuff. Okay, so random. Okay, all right, so now, here's what's happening. There's new packages, and what you have to have a customer referral program where people could participate in just becoming a customer, okay, first, and a customer doesn't have to buy anything. Right? You could participate in our plan with a customer referral program, which basically means everybody gets a website, okay? Now, this is going to be explained in more detail next week when Taylor Worry introduces the new product presentation, okay? Now, I say new product presentation. If you look at the mixture, okay, this is what they released. There's a new Helo LX personal pack. Okay, now the personal pack is this. You get the Helo LX, and they're separating the helo from the germanium stones. Okay, because a lot of people don't realize the benefits of the germanium stones. So you could buy the germanium stones a la carte. The Helo LX is $199. Okay, the germanium stones are $180. So if someone wants to go in the back office, it doesn't mean the value of the germanium stones is any less. If it's separated though, people can then go buy the germanium stones. So it's like another product, okay? But they're going to include the germanium stones still in all the packages, okay? But you're gonna get more bang for your buck as you buy the personal pack, the family pack, or the premium pack. And let me go over that with you, okay? So the Helo LX is $199, okay? The BioZen, for each BioZen, is $45. On the Helo LX, $199, there's 60 SV, sales volume, $60. On the BioZen, $45, there's 15 SV. On the germanium, $180, you get 60 sales volume. And the band kits are $150, you get $50 sales volume on the band kits. Okay, so remember, there's the retail price and there's the SV and what we get, which we get paid on. But I want you to look now at the mixture of the new packages coming. And by the way, if you're selling the packages as they are now, okay, you will have, I believe, up until a week to change it if you want to get the new packages. Okay, don't ask me details, but there'll be something that will be coming out probably today on Chad and Atita's call on how to do that, okay? But I want to just get you guys the idea here. The personal pack, the Helo LX is still $349. That doesn't charge, I'm sorry, wasn't the personal pack $319? Okay, now, $349 is the personal pack. But you get the Helo LX, you're gonna get a box of band kits. You weren't getting that before. And you're gonna get the germanium kit thrown in for free. So $349, okay, it's only going up, what, $30? But you're getting the band kit now with the personal pack, a box of bands. Pretty cool, right? Look at the Helo LX family pack. 4 Helo bracelets, 4 germanium kits, 4 boxes of bands, and they're throwing in 4 BioZens. So when you get the family pack, you're going to get 4 BioZens. So keeping with the theme of 4. 4 Helos, 4 germanium kits, 4 band kits, 4 BioZens. $13.49. And then the family pack or the premium pack is still $19.99. 6 Helos, 6 germanium plate sets, 6 boxes of bands, and 6 BioZens. So keeping with the theme, you get all the products that we now offer in the back office. But now what they're doing is they're throwing in the germanium because the Helos are $199, right? And if people want to buy germanium afterwards, they can and go back into the store. You follow me? So if you add everything up based on what it is a la carte, okay, think about it. A Helo LX is $199. They're getting the germanium kit for free and the band kit. So you got to add another $180 because if they went into their back office, they would pay $180 for the germanium kit. So you see the value? And if you do that now, look at the money you're saving when you buy one of our packages. And the SV on the packages all stay the same. Okay? So hopefully there's not a lot of questions, but these are going to be the new optional promotional packs that we have. But everybody starts as a person who just becomes a consumer and they get their website. So if someone just wants to start and participate, they can. And they add the packages, and we're going to show you how we do that when we start doing the presentations. So this was the biggest thing that came out. Let me see if I'm missing anything here. Customer service, dun, 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 Taylor Worry, dun, dun, dun. That's it. Okay. New packages, Wednesday, first worldwide corporate. Okay. So those are the new packages, guys. I think everybody should be excited about that. I think that's going to increase all the premium packs. So having said that, what I want to talk about today, cancel. I don't know why this is up here. Okay, structure. So Nat came up, Nat and Shanita, and one of the things they really talked about today at the conference was structure. We got to focus on structure, not ranking. Okay, that's very, very, very important, guys. So when I say structure, if I look at it, here's the diamond structure. All right. I know you guys have seen this over and over and over again, but structure is very important because a lot of people think, okay, I'm just going to hit a rank. Okay, but if you focus just on rank, okay, sometimes you miss out on structuring your company long term. I don't think anybody here is here for the short term, right? I think everybody here wants to have something that pays them into the future. Well, you got to understand, every time you add a new person to your team, it gives you an opportunity to find the right person that builds the right structure. As you all know, not everybody you send a text to answers your text and gets on a webinar and gets started. There's a numbers game attached to that, right? And a certain amount of people who join your team, there's also a numbers game on who wants to go to work and structure their company properly. That's the battle here. The battle isn't how many people are out there and we could expose to the opportunity. It's, are we willing to go through the numbers to get our structure set correctly? Because everybody always says that to me. Jeff, I'm doing everything you say, but I'm not getting the response, and I keep going back. It's structure. It's numbers. That's all it is. We always say, this is a numbers game. I say, well, congratulations, genius. Yes, it is. Of course it is. But you got to remember, the numbers cut both ways. It's getting your head right every single day to run your numbers to get the right response. And then from the right response, you're leading them to the next step. Now think about that. How many people do you talk to get people to step one? What's step one? Get him to watch the 2-minute video. See, the simple system is easy. We all know that. Everybody on this call got introduced to the 2-minute video. But do you know how many people were represented prior to you getting involved? In other words, whoever your sponsor was, how many numbers did they have to run to get you? You got to put this in perspective, guys. And when you have this, then it's just going through your numbers. How many people did Jeremy have to touch to get me and Lisa? And how many people did he sponsor to find Jeff and Lisa who actually wanted to put together the right structure? You see what I mean? So you're not married to any of the outcomes. Your goal is always to tell people what to do and work with the people that do it. But we all have to be singing the right tune, right? I have a philosophy. There should be one voice. And when I say one voice, there should be one program that we're all following. And that's the 5-5-7, right? 5-5-7. Everything we do should be structured around that. Now, are there different ways to run numbers? Of course there are. Okay, but the whole idea is to get the structure done correctly. So obviously you all know what Team Builder is. One left, one right. Now we'll just talk about the blue plan. I got to drive 450 points on both sides. But how many people did I have to talk to get my first person? Now, here's a big mistake. You get your first person and you go, okay, I'm excited. I got a new person. But that's not the excitement. The excitement is to find out what you really got. Is this person someone who just bought a package? and is now going to incubate? Or is this person going to be somebody that goes quickly to get their first 2? Well, how do you know? Well, let me ask you a question. Is every one of your people getting the welcome letter? Perfect. Check. Are you walking people through the welcome letter? Good. Check. Now, once you walk them through the welcome letter and they're all set up, are you giving them the right direction to get this done in 24 to 48 hours? Because this one person that just got started with a family pack, understand if they do what they're supposed to do, watch, right? How many points on a family pack? 500, right? 450, right? And always get them on the loyalty. So I got 500 SV. So some people stop, they go, okay, I got my 500 SV. They got their welcome letter, Jeff. No, wait a minute. You got to now make that phone call and you got to let them know the importance of getting their first 2 in 24 to 48 hours. Doesn't mean they're going to do it, but it means you're giving them the right direction. Because I just turned 500, if they did this, into 1,500. Right? I just took somebody who got started with a family pack, and now I turned it into 1,500 SV. Remember what our goal is, right? 10,000 points? 10,000. Now, if I got this from this one person, now I know I might have a runner. So what's this person supposed to do? They're supposed to now get their first 2. Right? I got my first 2, and now you're going to help these 2 people get their 2. Can we just put some numbers to this? What's 500? Okay, everybody. What's 500 times, right? The new person, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's 500 times 7? Isn't that $3,500? See, some of you got to experience this. Now, if you're not a team developer, you got to remember that's your first goal. And this is what they talked about on President's Weekend, is structure. Structuring your company. People are thinking about becoming a diamond without becoming a team developer. You got to understand, you got to become team developer first. But I just took somebody from 500 to 3,500 working with one person. One person with desire. Think about this, guys, and this is low. This is low because obviously 4th of July weekend, but there's 73 people here. Okay, what's 73, Jenna? You have a calculator? What's 73 times 3,500? Okay, look at, if we had 73 team developers, it's amazing how that number is what it is. That's right. That's right. Okay, so watch. And this is just ironic. 73 people becoming team developers in your entire organization. You are a presidential millionaire. Because that comes out to be 255,500. What's what's a presidential millionaire? 250, right? Or is it 200? It's 250. 250. So I was just playing with the numbers. So look at that. 73 people in your entire organization getting the team developer. Okay, and you're a presidential millionaire. So think about that. So think about what you need to do. You got to get your structure right, guys. One left, one right. And I want this embedded in your head. Tell people what to do and work with the ones that do it. But we have to be the ones that give the direction. And I know sometimes this is monotonous, but guys, you don't know who wants to run. Some of you have runners out there, but some of you who put together your business plan, your first business plan, you can't even think of Diamond. You can't even think of Diamond until you get to team developer because you don't have the structure. Okay, so now watch. I love this. Now, how do I do this? Okay, take that off. Now what do I have to do? Now, once I have my team developer, I become team developer. Now I got to add 4 more left, 4 more right, team developers. There's your diamond structure. Your diamond structure is 5 team developers left, 5 team developers right. Just do the math. 35, right? 100 times 4 is what? Okay, 11,000, 12,000 points left, 12,000 points right. You're diamond. But now here's what a lot of people do and the mistake they make. Can I tell you, please? Right? You're here and you got to team developer. And now you expect these people to go out there and do the 7,000 points on each side because you only got one team developer, right? You expect these people right here. I got a person left, a person right who got there too. And I'm expecting these 3 people on each side to build me a diamond business. No, the way you got to look at this, please listen, this is gravy. No, I got to add one. I already got my 1 team developer. I got to add 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side personally. Personally. This is why we say you're working really hard, right? You're launching. We put 20 people left and 20 people right in our first 30 days. Personal sponsors to find our 5 team developers left, 5 team developers right. So this is why it's important to understand it's important to understand the importance, okay, of structuring your company the right way with more people. But a lot of people, you know what they do? They beat up these people. Listen, guys, listen. This is important. If I bring this guy in here and this guy here and they get their first 2, and now here you're sitting and you got 3 people left, 3 people right, and you start browbeating these people. No, your job is not to browbeat. Your job is to get them the information and work with them to see what you got. What if these are 3 deadbeats, 3 incubators? You got everything you got out of them, right? They all did family packs. But can we all be honest with each other? How many people have bought a family pack or a premium pack right now in your organization that's doing nothing? Let's be real. I'm real. Are you real? That's my new saying. Okay. Let's all be real. We all know we have those people and we keep beating up on them. We keep going, well, if my organization would just go to work, I'd be a diamond. No, your job is not to beat up your organization. You're not their boss. You got to remember, people come to you with all different fears and doubts. All that meant was they got over their first fear and doubt by making a decision to do it. That was it. They got over that first fear and doubt. Doesn't mean they're going to get over the fear and doubt of the no's now. Because now all of a sudden, this new person that you brought in over here, they talked to their first 5 people and they all said no to them. And they're not plugged into Diamond Zone. They're not plugged into the system, and this person incubates. And this person never, ever, ever, ever enters into talking to anybody because he got sucked back into life, right? But he bought a family pack. And now here you are telling these people, you got to get to team developer. Listen, guys, this is the attitude you got to have. The right people just do. Now, does it mean does it mean that I treat these people any differently? No. You keep them in. You never know, they might blossom later, but I'm not going to let my financial situation and put it into the hands of 2 people doing nothing. So who has to take the ball? You. And that's why you got to add 4 more team developers left, 4 more team developers right. But doesn't it really look like this? If you really want the truth, doesn't it really look like this? Hang on. I'm not done. Hang on. I'm not done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 20. Boom. Boom. 20. Doesn't really look like that. I got to bring in 20 people left, 20 people right to get my 5 team developers left and right. Let's just be honest with each other. Yes, you're building, you're adding, these other people are adding, and you're building your structure. This is what blows people out of multi-level. Well, I brought in 4. Do you think if the magic answer was 4 to become financially independent, you know how many people would do multi-level? And we all know the stories, but you can't buy into the stories. I got 1 superstar left. I got 1 superstar right. Okay, day 1. And I'm now making $10,000 a week. Well, good luck with that business plan. Good luck. Are there leaders out there that will grow a business? Yes, of course there is. Absolutely there is. Okay, but I'm going to better my chances if I add 20 left, 20 right. So how long is it going to take you? If it took you 6 months, if it took you 6 months to put together this structure where you knew that you could be making $20,000 to $50,000 a month, would you do it? Oh, sure, Jeff, I would. Okay, if it took you 18 months, would you do it? Oh yeah, Jeff, you know what? I've been with my job for over 30 years, and I'm not making $20,000 to $50,000 a month. Would you, if it took you 5 years, would you do it? Realistic expectations. Not everybody you bring in is automatically going to get their 2 who get their 2. We understand that. And it's just consistency and doing the program. Consistency and doing the program with an 18-month commitment. Hey, there's people, I'm going to give this 30 days. Okay. Show me something you give 30 days to where you become an expert in it. Can you imagine the NFL player who starts off, I'm going to give this 30 days. It's realistic expectations, guys, but structure is so important. This is why I say, well, I got a power leg. This might be a little advanced for some of you, and I'm only going to put everything down one leg because I'm going to deplete that. Listen, you might make a little bit more money doing it that way, but you're not structured for the future. I promise you, you're not structured for the future. If you listen and you do this the right way, okay, because this, I'm telling you guys, this company is out of control. I'm telling you, with what they have planned, no one's going to be able to touch us. But the person with the best structure wins. And this is your structure. But see, this chart shows you add 4 more left, 4 more right. Yes, but I'm going to take it deeper. I'm going to take it deeper and say, okay, I need this on each side to have my right structure. So now what do I have to do? I got to reverse engineer on how to personally sponsor my 40 people so I get my 5 team developers left, 5 team developers right. Message, don't beat up the people. The right people, just do it. Let them know what they're supposed to do. Let them know you're there to support them. If you have somebody worthy of a launch, launch them, of course. But you don't stay with one person if they're not doing anything. You only give people the attention if they're doing the right things. You don't give people attention who are doing the wrong things. You let them know you're doing the wrong things, but you got to move on. That's important. And the only reason we stay with this person here who's doing not much is because it's the only person we got. I sponsor my 2 people, and some people just keep beating up these 2 people every day. Come on, man. What are you doing? Instead of going out there and getting another person to see if they're willing to go to work, to get another person to see if they're willing to go to work. I wish you could just go pick a leader off a tree, but you can't. But there's leaders on trees. There's people who have desire, but you got to run the numbers. There you go. The key to this business is working a very simple program to run your numbers. That's it. It really is that thing. But we get all caught up in, I've sponsored 5. Okay, do you think if the magic answer was 5 to become financially independent, you mean people would do multi-level? If that was it, I sponsored 2. This is not working, Jeff. It works. It works. Okay, now that's that. Now, how do you reverse engineer it? I'll show you. Now I go to this, and I want to do this as we close this thing out. From current slide. All right, now let me see what some of these people are chatting about. I like when people are chatting. Okay, can you send me the number of customer service? Pay through the credit card. La la la. Wait, what? Make sure international charges. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I have no idea what that even. That's like a foreign language to me. Okay, now watch this. When you do it, guys, obviously you know there's 2 ways to reach people, right? You're texting, you're calling. You're texting, you're calling. And when we go through, every time I do a presentation, let me show you the exact text message to send to people. Of course. It's touching people every day. And this is the one we show every time on our back office when we do a presentation, right? And some of you, you could add, if you want to change a word here, a word there. The bottom line to this text, I want you to understand the psychology. You're trying to intrigue them enough. Not with your words, not with explaining the comp plan, but it's just a matter of hitting somebody when they're open. That's a numbers game. Obviously, when we first got contacted, we weren't open. And it didn't matter who the people were. Do you know it was Chad and Natita that first contacted us? Didn't matter what the message was. If we were open, they could have just said, hey, Jeff, are you open for an opportunity? But because I was open, it would be yes. It wouldn't be a magic word. It wouldn't be wearable technology. It was just, are you open? That's all you're looking for. You're looking for people that are open for another source of income. You're looking for people that are open to make a change. And all this is enough to give them to say yes. Okay, perfect example. I first got involved. I sent this text message out to my entire contact base. One of the people, okay, lived in Orlando. Okay, and now last week, that same person that I hit 7 months ago sent me another text message because why? She saw my consistency on Facebook with my posts. She's been watching. But 7 months ago, she wasn't open. Got a text, and here's what the text said. I'm ready. But if I wasn't consistent in letting people know I'm still doing this, right? You got to be out there. People got to see your consistency. And maybe, right, some of the people you touched 5 months ago, all of a sudden keep seeing your post. They see you were in Vegas. They're watching the lifestyle. They say, wow, this is real. They want to know if this is real, if you're serious. Then she just said, I'm ready. Got her started. Now she's launching her business. But that was 7 months ago when she got the initial one. And you know what was so funny? Didn't even respond. Some of you get all crazy. They're not responding to me. She didn't respond, but I know she got it. I knew she, and I gave her one more text. Did you see it? Did you watch it? No response. But I kept doing what I was doing. I knew she was liking a lot of my posts. Then all of a sudden, I knew something happened. I'm ready. Okay, guys, it's just touching. It's touching. It's your consistency. But this is what we send people right here. This is it. I always add financial opportunity attached. If you're not sending that, then people think you're just trying to sell them a watch. I got to throw two things out. Wearable technology, first to the market, financial opportunity, please watch. And when you send this and you know they get it, okay, you got to give them, if it's a text, then you got to touch them the next day. Did you watch it? Or please confirm you received. This is so-and-so, right? So in other words, it's not spam. There you go. Now, I could also call people. And I know a lot of you guys have seen this, but I want you guys to get used to, I want people to start picking up the phone. Some of your warmest of warm market sometimes need a phone call. Hey, Mary, man, let me tell you something. I'm small talk. I'm in a hurry. I don't have a lot of time, but it was important to reach you. Hey, Mary, small talk. I've been so busy. I got a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught you. Hey, Mary, small talk. I'm running out the door, but I need to talk to you real quick. There's a message being sent when you're in a hurry. It's not like, hey, Mary, let's talk for an hour. Okay, now, having said that, your warmest of warm market is who you do this with first. I just got off a call with somebody who said, I've been contacting people I haven't talked to in 20 years. Well, you don't call that person and say, hey, Bob, listen, I don't really have a lot of time, but it was important I contacted you. Okay? You got to use your common sense. That one might need an hour catch up before you even talk about. You got to warm up your cold market. If I haven't talked to somebody in years, I got to find out what's going on in their life before I attack them about a business. You follow me? And it has to be natural. So you just got to use your common sense when you start to put together your list. Everybody could get the text. But this is a nice script. It's in your welcome letter. And people always say, what do I say? How do I structure it? We give it to you in your welcome letter, guys. So be in a hurry. The sincere compliment. You've been wildly successful, Joe. I've always respected the way you've done business. You've always been so supportive of me. How many people have supported you in other businesses? I appreciate that so much. You're one of the most connected people I know. I've always admired that about you. Okay? So the sincere compliment, you know what that does? It brings them closer to you. And I'll put this all together at the end. Okay? Just giving you the concept here. Then what do you have? The invite. People always say, Jeff, what do I say? Listen, Joe, you've been wildly successful. Let me tell you, the reason I'm calling is that I'm just getting started in a new business, and I'm really excited about it. Let me tell you why. I'm sick and tired of working 12 hours a day. I understood I need from you multiple streams of income. I found something very exciting. This is a 6-year-old company that is now launching into the United States. The product they are launching, okay, is a category creator product. There's no competition. The market strategy is the easiest program I've ever seen. It's so simple. And the leaders I'm linked to are making all kinds of crazy money. And then maybe tell a story or two about the people in your upline. Everybody on this call has the upline we have. You could tell Chad and Natita's story. You could tell Nat and Shanita's story. If you have a president or above you, you could tell their story. But it's right here, the invite. So Bob, if I sent you a 2-minute video, because I respect you so much, would you watch it? If I invite you to a private insider Zoom meeting, because I'm putting together my board of directors, I would love your opinion. Would you attend? If I set up a special 3-way call, okay, and I would do this for you, Bob, with one of the top people in the company that I'm working very closely with, would you get on? so you could better understand what we're doing. But it all starts with first watching that 2-minute video. Okay, that's all it starts with. And then get the confirmation. Sure, I'll watch it. Okay, when? So I could do my follow. Remember, you're telling people what to do. So if I called you at 9 o'clock, would you have watched it for sure? And I'm telling you guys, this is not being pushy. People appreciate people who do what they say they're going to do and are committed. It sends a message when you're committed and you do your follow-up correctly. If you don't ever follow up, don't you think that sends a message? If you don't get commitments, remember, people are getting involved with you. That's why I always said, would you get involved with you? Based on how you run your business today, would you get involved with you? I'd get involved with Jeff and Lisa all day long. Because I know that we're committed to to helping as many people achieve their financial goals. We are committed. And we're always going to do what we say we're going to do. We are going to follow up. They're going to see our consistency. It's amazing what starts to happen. Okay, it's amazing how many things change when all of a sudden that switch goes on. Schedule the call. Stop talking. That's the big thing. Less is best. Let the 2-minute and the 5-minute video do the heavy lifting. 2-minute and 5-minute video do the heavy lifting. And then lead them into the information. But this is, right, what you need to start to do, everybody. A lot of people are just doing text messages and Facebook posts. Okay, I think that's great. But you got to fill up your funnel every day. We talk about this a lot. Adding new people to your funnel. But a lot of you need to take that next step and stop hiding behind the text and start making some phone calls. No matter how much technology changes, this is still a people business. And even though I got a text, I still want to talk to a person. I want to hear their sincerity. I want to hear if they're committed. And this is where that same talk starts to happen. Right? And people can start to see through your disbelief. But this is what you got to get good at. And so when you start to do this, it's amazing how you start to personally grow. So I want to touch on that, guys, today, but I'm going to leave you with this, okay, as we hang up the call. Okay, I just want to leave you with what we just talked about, and that was what? Structure, right? Where's my structure? Here. I want to leave you with this visual because this is important. Oh, there's my 3-way call with Christina. 10 minutes. Okay. This is what I want you to understand. 5 team developers left, 5 team developers right. The way you get 5 team developers left and 5 team developers right, not that it's magical, you may hit it out of the ballpark and your first 5 people become team developers. But I always say the same thing. Good luck with that plan. But if I put 20 left, 20 right, it betters my chances to get my 5 and 5. And I'm going to say it again. Would you work 6 months to get your structure right for the future? Would you work 18 months to get your structure right? Would you work 5 years? I worked 14 years, 12 hours a day. And I still didn't structure my financial situation to take care of me for the rest of my life working for Bally's. 14 years. Some of you have worked 20, 30, 40 years. Is your structure such that you're taken care of if you leave your day job? Well, we're telling people here, 18-month commitment to get the structure right. If this is right and you understand it, then it's just a matter of going out there and doing whatever it takes to do it. And I'll leave you with this. I've never seen a company that does what it does. With the vision this company has for the future, never have I seen it. We're all at the right place at the right time. It's a matter of making the commitment and doing it consistently on a daily basis. Guys, as always, I appreciate you. Okay, tonight at 6 o'clock, we have our opportunity presentation. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Packed the house last night, was great. A lot of guests on that call last night. So look forward to seeing everybody today, and I'll see you tomorrow on Diamond Zone. Thanks, guys.